Scorpio, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. This is a message for Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising sign Scorpio energy. So it's a collective energy reading. If you're not a Scorpio, you don't identify as having any of those key placements, it's okay. There could be placements in your natal chart that are being triggered right now that you don't even realize. This energy is reaching you at exactly the right time when there's a message here that you need to hear. And this is where your message begins. Oh, wow. It begins with you. So this is scorpionic energy. Let it shine. Peacocks are associated with phoenixes. They're phoenix-like. They're akin to that symbology. So walking around with that long tail and then the rise up, the flame, the being seen, the coming back and standing into your power, allowing yourself to be seen, to be recognized. And what I love about this card is it's about allowing myself to be heard. So get ready to be seen and get ready to be heard. Get ready to have your say this week. Get ready to have the confidence to have the attention on you, as well as, because Scorpionic energy likes to stay hidden. It likes to remain in the background and inform sort of from the background. It doesn't love to be in the spotlight, but this is when something actually comes out, where something that was hidden is now absolutely seen, where it's going to be in your face or you're going to be in somebody's face. And let's understand exactly what that is, because it comes from the depths, but it's prepared. There's a preparedness here about you to be able to say something, understand it, address it, confront it, whatever this is. This is very powerful energy. 4 + 6 adds up to 10. And ultimately that means you're completing a cycle. You're fulfilling it. You're ready. You have the experience for it. So this could also be leveling up as well. Scorpio, as I divide the deck, please know that I am going to leave whatever cards fall out exactly where they are, because that's part of the reading. If you're looking for personal readings, I provide those. In fact, I actually have some open availability this week. So head on over to my website, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com, and you can book and schedule right there online. You'll get your message within 24 hours of whatever day you booked. If you haven't yet, you're just exploring this channel or experiencing it now, thank you for giving it a chance. And please do subscribe to the channel so that you'll know when I upload more content like this. I do all 12 zodiac signs readings, and I also go live here and provide free public tarot card readings. So if you'd like to participate in that, please remember to subscribe and ring that notification bell. Select all notifications so that you will definitely get notified. Okay. A lot's come out, so let's cleanse the energy with a little bit of the sound bowl. so we have something in the past. Learn from the past is in reverse. So there was something here that was it's unsettling because maybe you repeated it. There could have been a repeat cycle, especially when it comes to families, especially when it comes to examples that had been set while you were being raised. This sense of almost a family karma or a family karmic cycle. When this lands here, it's almost like being blind to it, thinking you have to repeat it. Well, I'm happy to say to you, my loves, that on the opposite end of the spectrum is freedom is yours. And right here, dead center with what's going on right now is I'm being seen, I'm being heard, I understand, and I'm talking and I'm saying something and I'm confronting it. So what you are doing is you are liberating yourself from a generational curse. You are liberating yourself from family karma. You are liberating yourself from the need to continue to follow the script you were given when you were born through childhood or in your young adulthood. You are now liberating yourself. And that takes a lot of steps, but especially, first of all, coming into consciousness and realization that there are options and alternatives outside of what you've always settled for, not really realizing that you had even been settling. But now coming into your full sense of power, your full sense of self. And it doesn't have to be this grandiose announcement. It's just this beauty that you've discovered within yourself and an understanding for that there's more robustness for what you deserve. Let's get into, there's double cards coming up here. Transformation is beautiful. So you are definitely transcending what you've been and you're going through that leveling up phase. And surrender now. We have butterfly and moth. Moth surrenders in order to live. You're surrendering finally to a transformation that I think you fought because it would make you feel excluded. It would make you be the black sheep. It would make you feel like people would leave you. And maybe what you finally had to let go of was the people that you were holding on to, the people that would leave you, allowing them to be let go of, or whatever this is, this sense of I'm finally releasing anything that had held me to where I thought I had to be, surrendering to this transformation. So you fought it because you didn't want to see it. You didn't want to look at it. Now there is an acceptance, Scorpio, that you are ready to give yourself over to, recognizing that the moth saves itself from the flame by surrendering. If it kept doing what instinctually it thought it should do, that's how it circles and flies right into the flame. If it defied instinct and allowed itself to surrender and stop flapping, it could fall back and actually be completely saved. And that's what you're doing. You're transcending your instincts. You're transcending even what had become subconscious that you believed. And that's incredible. And then we have be here now. This is going to be a beautiful week. Finally being able to see and hold in your sight the beauty of where you are right now. And then we have, this is Libra season, that there is something beautiful that you have right now. And then we have now is a lucky time and take time out. So there is prosperity here that you're growing and developing, but you're doing it by not fighting. You're doing it by the path of least resistance. You're doing it because you understand I'm not fighting against what is inevitable. I'm not fighting. I'm not afraid of this bear coming at me anymore. You actually are moving into a stage, a phase, a time of abundance and prosperity. And to be like, it's almost like this could be tangible resources, money coming into you, because once you liberate yourself from the trap, it's almost like the entire world changes and suddenly the energy is flowing again. So even if this was a silent moment, it shook your universe, and big things happen afterward. Let's get into the 7-day play-by-play to see how all of this processes and plays out. Let's see where we end up. We kind of got a hint here. Freedom is yours. The liberation of this these blockages, this bad luck, these patterns that you've been stuck in, all of that. Freedom. Okay. It is indicating that there is still stress points here by the end of the week. Okay, wouldn't expect there to not be, but let's see the timeline on this. What is this all about? How is this playing out? Step 1, please, for you being left behind, being dumped. Sometimes that's the most beautiful thing that you could be. Also a sense of maybe being dumped or let go by a job, or simply this sense of when you are alone and by yourself, you find the most prosperity. But this could have been King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this sense of feeling like you're left behind or feeling like you were stuck somehow away from opportunity. I think somebody comes and actually helps you. And the truth is you were very, very reluctant to believe that anything different would happen. But 100% you need to trust this. And that's where you're releasing and letting go. You need to trust this offer. You need to trust this opportunity. You need to trust this person. Because honestly, the future looks really, really bright with what they're offering you. And what they're bringing into your life. I think that the problem is you've been feeling so victimized or vulnerable for so long. You kind of disregarded it, or almost kind of thought, no, I'm not really sure if I can trust this. You absolutely can trust this moving forward. This is looking as a beautiful opportunity. It also could have taught you to raise your standards in a way as well. But after a long time of feeling like you were just out of the loop or denied, no more. There's a beautiful offer or opportunity presented to you early on in this week. And it could, once again, with Pentacles there, be also resources available to you that hadn't been before. What about the next step? Or day 2? We have cutting through the bullshit. Finally being able to see that there was deception here. Somebody did want you. Somebody did care about you or did respect you. There's a message coming through, maybe DM, maybe I don't know, DM, text, email, maybe even a quick phone call, but it's cutting right through the crap. It's cutting right through the smoke screen, right? This sense of, aha, now I know which way to go, or maybe realizing that everything in front of me was just a bunch of BS and that there's options beyond that, maybe making an offer to somebody or somebody making an offer to you. Whatever this was that was blocking you and making you feel like, oh, I've been pushed over. I've been ignored. I've been I've been combed over. No. Suddenly there's clarity here that says, stop and look, pay attention. Okay? And it may feel like you're getting hooked on something. I just saw this. It may feel like you're getting hooked on something, or that somebody has hooked you. Pay attention there. Because it's actually something that you need to kind of save yourself. What about step 3? We have disappointment, especially with the past. Looking back, crying over spilt milk, something that was lost. Well, there's a judgment that's being made on something that was taken from you or something that disappointed you. Maybe even up to 5 months ago, maybe for some of you up to 5 years ago. But suddenly there's a cycle here kind of a breakthrough or a revelation, or what is this exactly? What was this disappointment? Can we clue Scorpio in on that? No insights, but we'll go on to day 4, because there's a judgment made on something that hurt you in the past, and that judgment is now in your favor, exonerating you or helping to resurrect any potential. Okay. Okay, and then the next step is, after this happens, you're able to walk away from the stuff that you weren't interested in, what you didn't want to carry anymore. That's the 8 of Cups, saying whatever shit I was having to deal with or felt like I was forced to, it's like, I'm just tired of it, I'm sick of it. You're at a point where you were done and you were tired, and all of a sudden there's just like this wind that rolls in and these opportunities that come in and things start to move forward. So as soon as you give up, it's like everything happens. Isn't that strange? No, but you're such a powerful creature, Scorpio. You were creating a black hole, sucking everything in, being stuck. Once you stopped, there was that sense of the vacuum was released. Now there's clarity as to what you have to do to enable movement or process to come back on. And there is like, it's almost like, oh my God, breath of fresh air. I finally cut whatever these ties were, whatever these chains were. I am finally free of them. I finally cut through them. Rocky road, but there's shifts. It's saying by the end of the week, there's major shifts. Major shifts, especially in your values or how people value you. It's almost like you're going to see your time in stagnation differently now. Or you're going to see your growth differently now, or finally recognize the need for change. It's almost like this shift in how much you value your stagnation, or how you've had to wait or be stuck. Because honestly, it's almost like you're recognizing that maybe you didn't get pushed off the cliff, whereas somebody else could have. Can you please clarify the Hanged Man, please? We have 7 of Swords. There was stealing, robbery, crookery, and thievery right now. Things are changing. Somebody thought they got away with something and they didn't. They're about to get exposed. They're about to get exposed. But at least you're realizing that you didn't waste this time. Right? You didn't waste it. Maybe because you grew because of it. Let's get a moon card, because we do have this really energized, to say the least, full moon that's coming up in Aries this week. You cannot. This is like, that was too synchronicitous. The full moon card falls out. And what does it say? Surrender to the divine. Surrender now. Scorpio, surrender right now. Because whether you see it or not, you are headed right toward the cliff. You got to back out now. You've got to stop. You've got to enable God to take over. And in doing so, fall into this robust pot of gold that you were probably going to skip over because you were on this fast track. This is almost like slow the fuck down, because you were about to miss something that was really valuable. And so if you've been slowed down or delayed, there's just this energy of like, it's almost like over here is like, I don't care about this anymore. Why am I constantly pushing for it? Because you feel like you're losing if you don't, right? Because maybe you've been disappointed in the past, whatever. But ultimately it's like, let this go to unseal the vacuum that you've been sucking yourself into. because you were headed right into sort of being robbed or being played or robbing yourself of a necessary experience. What is this all about? We're going to head over to the extended, guys, regeneration. Regeneration, making a comeback and finding that space for it and regenerating at just the right time to see this beautiful opportunity in front of you that maybe you would have missed. Let's understand that and see how that's coming into you. I'm going to go to the extended. The link is down below in the description box. I've pinned it to the top of the comment section. I love you guys, and I'll see you there.